Pro Wrestling Summit clips. You already know what it is. Knowledge.
What's going on, Tatum?
How you doing, bro?
Better than you.
Clearly. I got a real fucking hair across my ass, bro, and I figured that one of these clips would be a great opportunity to talk about it, and I just want to extend my apologies to anyone that I may offend by this, because I honestly don't give a fuck who I offend. That's how fucking pissed off I am, okay? I am so fucking fired up about the mis-fucking treatment of Eddie Kingston, okay? Fucking free Eddie Kingston. Seriously. Now, everyone's like, oh, yeah, well, you know, he's gonna go to Ring of Honor, he's gonna be like the top guy there. Bullshit. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. What I have to fucking subscribe to Honor Club to watch fucking Eddie Kingston ply his trade when he is the most organically over guy on the fucking AEW roster. And he doesn't even wrestle on TV, and he's still the most over guy on your roster. Organically. Homegrown guy who you've had in the fucking company. Like, he is the fucking guy. And you are just pissing away probably his last good couple of years to have him ply his trade in fucking Ring of Honor that cannot even get a streaming deal. I mean, what the fuck is going on? So he does this fucking shoot promo, and I quit. Now you show me the promo. I didn't see it before. My first time seeing it.
First time seeing it from the
Instagram.
The Instagram, so the good villain _ media Instagram stories.
Yeah. So this is the first time I fucking see the thing, right? Boom. I go, oh my god, it can't be real. I mean, they would never film that.
Yeah, the first time I saw it was clearly a work, but even though it's a work, it's still a damn shame. I was not big on Eddie Kingston from the beginning, and I gotta say, he won me over just with his pure honesty. His character is him.
It's not a character. That's right. That's why I love him so much.
And so for somebody that can get over as easily as he can and pull people in and just be that raw and that honest and that open, that's not an easy thing to get in the wrestling industry. And you would think that's a guy that you would that you would shoot him to the moon. And the most beautiful thing about it is he doesn't need a title on him to get over. He doesn't need a title on him at all. He doesn't need to be in a hunt. It doesn't even make sense for him to be in the hunt for a title because
he just wants to have great matches.
Wants to have great matches. He wants to go out there and hurt people. That's it.
It is the purest thing about professional wrestling as a guy like that. And those guys don't come around very often. He's got, for me, he's got the Austin vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't give a fuck what you are thinking, what you're saying, what you're talking about doing. I just want to fight, and we'll hash it out.
Yeah.
You know, you have to respect somebody like that. And for a guy to come out on TV and be like, you know what, dog? I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care what you're saying. And not only for the people to respond, but to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
People don't feel anything in professional wrestling anymore. But now, all of a sudden, they have a guy like Eddie Kingston who can bring the feel to their company. I like a lot of guys on the AEW roster. They don't do that. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to command a crowd the way that he does. It's not because he is the body guy, or he has the flashiest moves, or he does the craziest shit, or has the best bumps. He is none of those things. What he is just a true hardcore work. He will outwork you. You may be in 10 times better shape, but you can't do pro wrestling like he do pro wrestling.
I mean, right now I can tell you, if he came out and he challenged Samoa Joe and he said, I'm going to take your TNT championship because it'll hurt you more that you don't have it, and I'm going to take that from you, and then wins it, and then on a weekly basis says, I don't need to have a challenger. I'm going to just call you out. I want a new fight every week. I'm going to call out whoever I feel like. You're going to come out and you're going to try to take this away from me. I don't care about it. How bad do you want it?
It would be, it writes itself.
But that's the thing. It's very simple for him. It really does write itself. And you're relegating him to ROH or whatever you're doing with him because it's not evident yet what they're doing, even though it's pretty clear.
Okay, and now I just don't understand like why you would waste, because it's a waste. I mean, it is legitimately a waste to now say, okay, like you're super over, but we're gonna put you somewhere where we think that you being super over would have a better impact. How is that gonna have a better impact at Universal Studios where you're doing your tapings?
Yeah. Also, you're super over, but we're gonna have you quit on the company. That makes sense. Brilliant booking.
Because you book yourself into a corner. He's done this over and over and over again. He continues to just book himself into a corner. Mm-hmm. And it sucks because he's doing it with really talented guys.
And wasting the final years of his careers.
I mean, dude,
he's doing it with Eddie Kingston. He's doing it with Bryan Danielson.
Cesaro.
Jericho.
Fucking,
yep.
Moxley. Everybody.
Yep.
Like, dude, does Moxley need to go out there and blade every night? No. Absolutely not. Does Cesaro need to go out there and fucking do what he does every night? No, absolutely not. He doesn't need to go out there and do the swing and shit. He doesn't need to do any of that shit. He could go out there and just mail it in every single night. And you know what? You can't do nothing because Tony Khan said, I'm not cutting anybody. Once I sign into a contract, they're not going to get cut.
Right.
So people are going to start being wise to what the fuck is going on. And they're going to go, oh, okay, it's a no-cut contract, so I'm just going to go fucking chill at home and just you're going to pay me for the next little bit, my downside guarantee, whatever that is, 80, 90, 100 grand, whatever the fuck you're doing. I mean, it's crazy.
Do you think this is what Eddie Kingston wants, is to be relegated to ROH? And I mean, it's very possible that he said, hey, I'm not being used anyway, let me go to ROH and actually fight.
It's very possible that is the situation.
But it's still, it comes down to Tony Khan's booking where he's not using them properly, and you're getting frustrated that you're not being used properly. So hey, you know what, sure, pull me off TV and put me on ROH, because at least I'll be able to be in matches in front of people.
It's just so fucking crazy to think that a guy that talented with the command that he has of the audience and understanding the audience on a different level from anybody else on the roster. You know, people sing for Jericho and they do all that shit. Nobody pops like they do for Eddie Kingston. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody gets that type of pop in AEW. And it literally is an organic pop because Tony Khan is certainly not pushing him at all.
No.
So, I mean, you couldn't... the guy shouldn't be over. And he's more over than anybody else. Well, fucking Christ, I don't understand.
The only thing that people will say about this, about your criticism of the booking of Kingston, is that he has been booked in championship matches in AEW. Mm-hmm. But again, what did he do in those championship matches? He lost convincingly every single time. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it wasn't even...
And that comes down to the guy who's booking the fucking match.
Right. You don't have to put a title on him, but you don't have to make him go out there.
You don't have to be a fucking job guy. He's Barry Horowitz now?
Right.
I quit. What are you, Medusa Maselli? Yeah. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
It's just really bad.
Oh, yeah. It's just so crazy and frustrating. It's just, it don't make no fucking sense. And listen, I don't want to be like fucking trying to be like taking up for Eddie Kingston. He's a grown-ass man. I'm sure that he can fucking talk for himself. But the fact of the matter is that he, he's the Rodney Dangerfield of fucking AEW. He gets no respect.
You deserve better, Eddie Kingston.
Eddie, we love you over here, bro, at Good Villain Media and Pro Wrestling Summit. And we just think the world of you. And we want to see better for you, buddy. Fucking A. This has been Pro Wrestling Summit Clips. Tune in soon. Peace.